Hi, welcome to Preparer Regulation and You. My name is Barbara Cook, and I'm an education specialist at Drake Software. Today we are going to discuss some of the new preparer requirements that have been proposed by the IRS. The information we discuss today will help you to understand the new IRS requirements, preparer obligations and what you need to do, and the important dates you need to remember throughout this registration process. Over the past 20 years, there has been a tremendous shift in taxpayers seeking assistance with filing their tax obligations. The tax preparation industry has evolved into a multi-million-dollar industry with thousands of commercial tax preparation offices throughout the United States and the world. Unlike many professionals, though, unenrolled paid return preparers are largely unregulated. Unlike attorneys, CPAs, and EAs, unenrolled return preparers are not subject to testing, continuing education requirements, or a set of ethical standards. In the summer of 2009, the IRS set out to get some recommendations together for overcoming these issues. They wanted to ensure that standards of conduct and taxpayer compliance were increased. This review included preparer audits, surveys, statistical research, and comments from the public. In January 2010, the IRS published a document called Return Preparer Review, publication number 4832, that outlined their findings. I'd like to go over a few of the statistics that they found. First, 80% of all tax returns that were filed during 2008 were completed either by a paid tax return preparer or using at-home return preparation software by the taxpayer themselves. The IRS estimates that 900,000 to 1.2 million tax return professionals are in the United States, and that 600,000 of those will be affected by the new competency testing requirements. For many U.S. taxpayers, the transaction during tax time, whether it be through receiving a refund or paying taxes due, represents one of the largest financial transactions of their tax year. That's why it's so important that the IRS is regulating this industry. Commenters overwhelmingly express support. Just as an example of some of the audits that the IRS conducted, the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration had its auditors pose as taxpayers and shopped 28 different commercial tax return offices. Of those 28, 17 of the unenrolled preparers did not produce results consistent with what the IRS would have produced, meaning that they did not give the proper amount of refund due or taxes owed on the taxpayer's return. Now, to overcome some of these issues, the IRS is suggesting certain steps for preparer registration. Here at Drake Software, we'd like to make this transition as easy as possible for you, so we have the 3 steps outlined in this presentation. The 3 steps are, number 1, sign up for a PTIN. Number 2, pass a competency exam. And number 3, obtain continuing education credit. According to the IRS publication, the primary benefit anticipated from these regulations is that it will improve the accuracy, completeness, and timeliness of tax returns that are prepared by paid preparers. Let's talk about step number 1. Step 1 is to sign up for a PTIN. A PTIN is a Preparer Tax Identification Number. This number will be used to identify the preparer involved with each paid tax return. There are some important dates to know about PTIN registration. First is September 2010. Online registration begins at the IRS website. You will want to come to the IRS website to register for a PTIN or to register the PTIN that you currently have. A fee will be required for PTIN registration. The fee is $64.25. $50 of that fee will go to the IRS to maintain their regulation. $14.25 of that fee will go to the third-party vendor who hosts the website. Now, December 31st, 2010 is another important date. All preparers must have their PTINs if they plan on filing returns after this date. So if you are going to be involved in paid tax return preparation for the upcoming filing season in 2011, you must have registered your PTIN by December 31st, 2010. Step 2 is to pass a competency exam. Tax return preparers who have PTINs by December 31st, 2010 will have until December 31st, 2013 to pass the competency exam. The IRS is giving you a 3-year window to study for and to pass this exam. Attorneys, CPAs, and enrolled agents are exempt from the competency testing requirement. Those preparers who are not already designated with one of the exempt statuses will be given the new designation of Registered Tax Return Preparer. This designation does not have the same authority as those of attorney, EA, or CPA. Proposed limits associated with this new designation can be found at irs.gov. Let's take a look at some of these important dates on a timeline. The first important date is September 2010. This is when the IRS is going to unveil their new registration website for PTINs. Make sure that you register between September and December 31st, 2010 to ensure that you are eligible for filing returns during the 2011 tax season. In mid-2011, the IRS plans to release more information about the competency exam, including what's going to be on the exam, how much the exam will cost, and where to go to take this exam. After the exam is released, those preparers who do not already have PTINs will be required to pass the competency exam before a PTIN will be issued to them. Finally, on December 31st, 2013, you must have passed your competency exam. Let's take a look at those important dates one more time. December 31st, 2010 to register for your PTIN, and December 31st, 2013 to pass the competency exam. Step 3 is to obtain continuing education credits. The IRS has recommended that these credits be broken down into 3 specific subject areas, the first being federal tax law updates. You'll be required to obtain 3 hours of continuing education in this subject matter. For ethics, you'll be required 2 hours. And for other federal tax law topics, you will receive 10 hours of CPE, for a total of 15 hours of CPE per year. You must obtain your CPE to renew your registration. Drake Software does offer CPE courses. Those courses are approved for attorneys, CPAs, and EAs. We are also registered with the IRS currently. As more information is introduced about the CPE requirements, Drake Software plans on creating new courses for you. You can learn more about our CPE requirements and our offerings by visiting our website, drakesoftware.com. Just to recap the 3 steps in preparer registration, you must first sign up for a PTIN, second, pass your competency exam, and third, obtain your 15 hours of continuing education each year. Starting January 1st, 2011, some additional regulations will affect many tax return preparers. The first is the new e-file mandate. It requires preparers who prepare more than 100 individual or trust returns to begin e-filing in 2011. If you prepare 11 or more individual or trust returns, you must start e-filing in 2012. If you are not currently authorized to e-file, visit the IRS website for more information, including instructions on applying. Drake Software provides you with e-file capabilities with our tax software package. To learn more about e-filing with Drake Software, visit drakesoftware.com, Products, Software Suite, Tax Software, and visit the electronic filing page. Proposed amendments to Circular 230 standards have also been included in the new requirements. These will start on January 1st, 2011. These standards have been revised to include all tax return preparers. For more information about the proposed regulations for tax return preparers, please visit irs.gov Tax Pros. You'll want to look at the proposed new requirements for tax return preparers link, where you will find all of the publications and documents that the IRS has released in regard to the new requirements. Please be aware that the proposed requirements discussed in this video will take time to implement. As of the date of this recording, the dates and information presented are accurate based on IRS documentation. As further developments are made and regulations are finalized, please be sure to stay informed using this webpage. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for choosing Drake Software.